Now, some of you may be wondering, what is Blade and Sorcery? And some of you may know, but an easy way to put it is Blade and Sorcery is a game about friendship. No, in all seriousness, Blade and Sorcery is a VR fantasy sword fighting game. Though don't let sword trick you, as the melee list is full of many different types of weapons you can use to decimate your foes. Though the title states Sorcery, at this current point in time there are only 3 types of magic you can use. All of them good, but it's very limited. First is slowing down time, second is telekinesis, and third is force lightning, or should I say, but even with this limited magic selection, which will most likely be improved upon in the future, this game is still incredibly fun, especially if you're secretly a homicidal maniac like I am. Ow. Though I could spend this whole video showing countless murders, which would be very joyous, I'm actually here today to show you a couple of interesting things that I found in this game. A couple of which have nothing to do with murder. I know, it's a big surprise. Now, with that being said, it's actually kind of funny because the first things I'm going to show you are some of my favorite ways to kill people in this game. The first one being very simple, as I just show people how to correctly use this weapon, which I have looked up how to properly pronounce, and for the life of me, I have no idea what they're trying to tell me. So, it's axe with a hole in the head. Firstly, what you need to do is grab this weapon, axe with hole in the head, and what you need to do is put your hand in the hole in the head. And what this does, it basically makes, instead of it being an axe or whatever this weapon is, it's basically a blade attached to your fist. And that's fun because you get to punch people with a blade, and it's highly effective. Are you guys having a lover's quarrel? Not on my watch. Okay, so I think you get the point. But yeah, that's only one of the simpler ways I like doing things. That one I just found, and I just have the most fun using that weapon like that. This next one's a little bit more interesting. Now, for this next one, you're going to have to do 2 things. Firstly, you're going to need to find yourself a spear. Now, the second thing you need to do is open your menu in the weirdest place you can find possible. And go to your settings menu and scroll down to experimental. From here, you'll want to make sure that physic climb is enabled. If not, then able it. Okay, now that the menu stuff is done, what you need to do is take your spear, grab it right next to the blade, and then with all your force, push the bottom of the pole into the ground, and you should pole vault yourself over enemies, which is quite fun and easily allows you to stab them in the back. Additionally, if you have lightning equipped in your other hand, you feel a bit like this. Now, you may feel awesome doing this, but if you were to actually try to do this in real life combat, this is most likely what would happen. Now, I know nobody cares about its real life implications, you just want to see more murder, so here you are. Good sir. Have fun with that. Oh, please make it, please make it. Oh. Please, please, please. No. I can't. I want to stand. Oh. Sod off. Hey, I'm up here now. Oh. The next thing I'm going to show you guys is something I like to call super slow super punch. Now what you're going to want to do is reopen your menu like we did with the pole vault and go down to experimental like we did before. Now this time don't touch physics climb, go to slow time and take that all the way down to 0.05. Now this will slightly break the game, but it is fun and it's how you do the super slow super punch. You can probably guess where this is going. Now that you've changed your slow timer to 0.05, just go spawn a wave of enemies and punch them. For anyone watching this, I have a question for you. Have you ever just been in the middle of a VR fight and been like, you know what I can do for right now? Some VR climbing. If you want to do that, normally you have to go swap the games, do all that. This game's got you covered. You're killing people and then you're like, I want to go climb a wall. And they're like, got it, bruh. And you're like, do I need any special equipment for this? Like, nah, bruh, use your axes. And you're like, that shouldn't work. And you're like, we don't care. We do not care. Climb with the axes, it's fun. And you're like, this is fun, but why? And then they answer with the great answer of, because why not? And yeah, why not? It's fun. I very much highly recommend. Obviously, probably don't do it in combat, but I highly recommend trying out the climbing in this game. It is a weird fun. It is weirdly fun. It is interesting. It is weirdly interesting. Okay, now that that weirdly odd bit is over, I can get to the final bit. The best bit in my opinion. And yes, this final thing I have for you today is the magic of flight, ladies and gentlemen. Now for this, you only need 3 things. First, you're going to need the good old hatchet. Next, you want good old axe with hole in head. This final step is very important. You take your hatchet and you put it in the axe hole. Once you have the hatchet in the axe hole, then release the axe with the hole in the head and levitate it using your magic. When you do this, press the button to push the weapon away from you and hold up. And with only those 3 simple steps, you too can defy the laws of physics.
Come on, that was so much fun. Oh, there it is. Oh no. I am the king of the skies. No one can stop me. Oh, there! Ow! Oh, I'm missing that. I'm missing that. Oh no 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 no! Oh no 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 no! Whoa! What? 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 So if you hit a certain point, yeah. Oh! Ow! 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 My arm! Ow! 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 Oh! 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 No! 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 Oh! Here we go.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?